Hi, I'm Barbara from Studio Stitches, and I just want to show you how simple needlepoint is. Step one before you do any stitching is to secure the edges of your canvas, either with some masking tape or a simple running stitch hem. This saves your wool from fraying and gives you a much nicer edge as you're working. The next thing you need to do is to put your tapestry canvas onto a frame. Now, for a little project like this, if you're on the go and you want to do it while you're travelling, it's not that important to have it on a frame because it's just a small project. But for some big canvases, I really recommend that you get yourself one of these tapestry frames because it keeps your tapestry taut and straight, which is really important when you're making it up in the end. Now, I scour the op shops and I don't think I've ever bought a new frame. You can see my collection here of all different sizes, but this is the perfect one for this size. Now, to put your canvas onto the frame, most of the frames have a little bit of canvas at the top, and it's a simple process of pinning your canvas to that top fabric and then just doing a simple running stitch along the bottom. Again, doesn't matter what material you use, it's just very simply a running stitch like this along the top and bottom of your canvas. Once you've done that, you just tighten up your canvas and you can see that becomes a really nice taut fabric to be stitching through. Needlepoint is a really easy craft. It just needs one stitch, which is sometimes called a continental stitch, sometimes called a half cross stitch. But essentially what you're doing is going from top to bottom at 45 degrees, like so. Now I'll show you again. The stitch, even though I'm starting here, I'm using the hole above at 45 degrees and I'm going down, top to bottom. Always repeat that process and it's as simple as that. Now I'm using a contrasting colour just so that you can see. Obviously if I was really stitching this I'd be using the pink, but for contrast I'm using the blue. Now the other thing I want to show you is the back of the canvas, because as I've been stitching, I've been holding that thread there with my little finger just to anchor it and keep it in place. So I'll show you again from the top down to the bottom at 45 degrees. And that, my friends, is needlepoint. It's as simple as that. Now when we get to the end of the line, it's as simple as turning your frame over and repeating that process. Needle at the top and 45 degrees going down. Now one more thing about your thread. When you're cutting your thread, don't make it too long. If you do, what happens is that all that in and out of the canvas frays your wool. So my golden rule is just to measure a piece of thread from your fingers to your elbows. About 30 centimetres is usually fine. Now when we get to the end, I'm just going to show you lastly how to finish off your thread. It's really important to finish off correctly. Like we started, we need to anchor the wool so that it doesn't fray. And what we're going to do is very simply just thread it through the last few stitches. And cut that thread for a lovely neat finish. That's it. Okay, so you know what to do before you get started to secure the edges of your canvas so they don't fray. Put your canvas onto a frame, start and finish a stitch. So you're ready to go. I hope you get out that project from the cupboard or go online or visit your nearest needlework shop and get yourself a project to start. And don't forget, visit me at studiostitches.com.au. I'd love to see you in the studio. Bye for now.